welcome back to my channel. We're at my little setup today with my little foliages in the back, and today we are doing an iPad video because I wanted to do one, just haven't got around to it. And I have recently, I think it was about a month ago actually, downloaded GoodNotes and have now started using that to take my notes with, and for uni obviously. And yeah, I just wanted to sort of do like an iPad video of like how I use it, whether I recommend it and all those sorts of things. So if you like this video, carry on watching. I will put something here, a screen record of my iPad, and basically gonna go through like what apps that I use on like the sort of daily routine of my university. That was really long-winded. Basically I'm gonna go through all of the apps that I use for university, and then I'll also go through the apps that I use for fun, if you know what I mean. So basically I have all the standard apps basically. Have the weather as well and all of that fun stuff. On my little doc section I like to have like what percentage everything is on. So if I get my Apple Pencil for example, it then changes to see how much percentage my Apple Pencil has, which I really just like, to be honest, because it just, I know where I am and all I have to do is just like swipe and just have a look at it. Then I have uni folder, so I basically have Word and PowerPoint, so there when I want to look at lecture notes on, or lecture PowerPoints for example, on my, obviously on my iPad, when I'm writing an essay for example, I'd have it up by the side and then I'll have my Mac next to me, and that's the same with Word. If I want to look at my essay plan on my iPad while I'm writing my essay, then I have it by the side. But the good thing as well is that I can also use my iPad as a second screen, so there's like a screen sharing mode on my Mac, and I used it most in my recent ones, because of looking at secondary sources and looking at articles, and also when I was referencing it was good to have like the example references on my iPad, and then I could just add it and type it in onto my Mac when I was doing all of that stuff. And yeah, I also do have OneDrive. I don't really use OneDrive. I then have PDF Element, so if I open this, this is the free version, as you can see by all of the ads when I open it. So if I go to writing the self for example, and the first one that I see, that's probably not a good example. If I go to this one for example, it has all of highlighted stuff, so when I read things on this app, I highlight it in one colour when I'm reading, and then when I go through it in the lecture I highlight it a different colour. This app isn't brilliant, not gonna lie. I struggle with it, and that was one of the reasons why I never really took my notes on my iPad, is because I just couldn't get along with the apps that I was using, and I was using OneNote before and now I'm using GoodNotes, and changed my life. I then have the Kindle app, which I have for one of my books, I think. It's one of the ones for my drama module, but that was the only way that I could get it, so that's what I did it for. I also have obviously my university app, which I'm not going to go into because I want to keep all of that stuff private. And then GoodNotes. It is so useful, this app, and I have shown it in a few videos before, and I would want to do a video of how I take my notes, but it's pretty self-explanatory, to be honest. I just obviously create a new new notebook every lecture or every group lecture. So for example, today I have my introduction to English module, which I'm doing Matilda, so I'll just open my Matilda notebook and carry on from what I was doing last week. So I didn't take too many notes last week, but as you can see on the Matilda, I've sort of used the same colour scheme as what the front cover of Matilda is. And yeah, I like to try and like make it sort of organised and sort of colour coordinated, and yeah, basically. But that is all the apps that I use for my lectures. This is only my second cup of coffee today, so I'm not doing great on the coffee front. But another thing that I do use my iPad for quite a lot actually is FaceTime, because we're in a global pandemic and a lockdown, so I can't see my boyfriend very much, so we FaceTime quite a lot. But I also use YouTube and Netflix. They are the most used apps other than when I'm not using it for university. I do try and use my Mac for like switching it up a bit. So if I want to watch a movie, for example, I use my Mac, and then if I just want to watch YouTube, for example, and FaceTime, I'll just use my iPad for it, just because it's nice to have like certain things for certain like devices, for example, and it's nice for a change. You will see that I've got a little, I call it games, I don't really know, most of them are games and most of them are not, but basically I've got a colouring app, Mario Kart, Vinted, Pixar and Monopoly. So these are the ones, so Pixar is what I use to do my overlays and text on my videos, and Vinted, I have sold some stuff on Vinted and all of that stuff. And then the three apps, they are the three things that I use sometimes if I don't want to read a book or watch Netflix or something, or FaceTime. I go on like those apps. Like Mario Kart is really addictive and I have to limit myself. So is Monopoly, and Monopoly was one where I think it was like $3.99 from the App Store, and you can literally, I nearly bought the actual Monopoly board game, but you can play just with yourself with like computers as your other games. Like, it's brilliant, love it. But yeah, they're all the apps and like things and how I use my iPad and stuff. But a big question that I questioned when I bought this, that's why I watched so many of these videos, is would I regret buying it, or is it a bad investment, or all of that stuff? And my honest opinion is no. I was going through a phase where I thought my Apple Pencil was a bad investment and it was a waste of 89 quid. But now I've started taking notes on GoodNotes and stuff, even though you do have to pay for quite a lot of things to get the resources to have it, I wouldn't go back. Like, it is the best thing, and it saves paper, it saves storage space in my room, but I wouldn't not recommend it. Like, I think it's, if you're a university student, I think you should. I think it's the best way, because we're all on technology at the moment. Technology is the most advanced thing for us at the moment, and I think it's so much more valuable than anything else, because you can, all you have to do is, like, you can just access it anywhere, you can take notes anywhere, you don't have to worry about buying more paper and all of that stuff. To be honest, I think it was the best investment I think I've ever done, and it was the most irrational purchase that I've ever made in my life. It was a, oh, I like it, let's watch some videos, shall I get it? Yeah, let's go. That was literally my thought process behind it, because I went through a week of university, realised that I really struggled to read things on my Mac, and then, yeah, basically, that was my thought process, and here we are. So I hope you enjoyed this little quick chatty iPad video. When I was thinking about this, I wasn't sure what I was going to say or what I wanted to say, but I think it's giving you a reason. like how I use it in terms of like unwinding from university, and also how I use it when I'm studying for university. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless, and I'll see you soon for a new video. Bye!